Good morning, media, respectable citizens of the Republic of Sierra Leone. This now our sister once again, Sister Rugi from London, the CEO and founder of the Advocates for Good Governance Sierra Leone. We're in a registered organization based in Sierra Leone. The date today is the 11th October 2020. I send out this message today to all youth them in the Republic of Sierra Leone on behalf of this organization, Advocates for Good Governance Sierra Leone. But before I attempt to seek the kind attention of the youth them in the Republic of Sierra Leone, particularly as regards to the incident which took place in Makeni on Thursday, the 8th October 2020, where there was restriction were been in place while the officers them attempt for go to Makeni for go interview the former president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Anespai Koroma. Before I particularly send out this message to the youth them once again, make I use this opportunity for say thank you ever so very much to the boss of the ACC Commission, when Mr. Francis Ben Kelfala for a proactive decision where he take as a result of the blockage and or the restriction, particularly when the officers then experience while they attempt for reach to the former president Namakeni. Thank you ever so very much, sir. So my message today, I particularly send once again to the youth them in the Republic of Sierra Leone on behalf of this organization, as we've been known to send out messages where we title as Wake Up Call for the youth them at the Republic of Sierra Leone. Now in the message, now the title where we particularly give to that message there, and they refer again to the same title as a Wake Up Call to the youth in Sierra Leone. What to make this organization particularly the focus and or they pay attention to the youth them at the Republic of Sierra Leone is that we get to know our constitution, we want to represent our best interest. We want to make sure that we guide una through this organization for let una do the right thing in any given society and or community in the Republic of Sierra Leone. And we want to make sure say let una go there in a better position for no say una very, very important in any given society and or community in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Once again, as I've been on to particularly disseminate and or send out messages about the youth in the Republic of Sierra Leone, how important will not be, and how it will be very difficult for any government of the day to succeed without una cooperation, without una input. We want to emphasize and or reiterate again about the importance of una in any given society. But while we do that, we want to maximize and or utilize this opportunity once again for tell una say, on behalf of this organization, Advocates for Good Governance Sierra Leone, una lives them very, very important. Not just only to una families them, to una friends them, to the community, but particularly to this organization, Advocates for Good Governance Sierra Leone. And they make sure say we maximize the ability when it comes to guide una through for let una go able for day in a better position for do the right thing as well. Right, the message today now for let we utilize this podium for telling us that our lives them very important. And when our services in any given society and or corporate and or community is also very important, as we now become very, very, I they use the word very important and I they repeat and for la reiterate as an emphasis for la una consciously realize how una important in any given society. So as a result of that, once more, as I've been on to give out messages previously about the youth, and as I've been on to disseminate messages them through this organization for allowing the guide una through, we no go tire for guide una through as we particularly get una our constitution once again. I want for let una always the question una actions them where una particularly want for do or una particularly want for display. Now, I want to go do something, or I want to go involve in anything where we now decide for go involve. But what thing I want for Leona particularly ask yourself is that what to make I want go do this particular act, or work way I decide for go do. Why I want for go do am? Whose benefits way I will get forget if I decide for do am? If I not do am, what are they lose? If I do am, waiting are they particularly they gain? Or waiting me family then they gain? Or waiting are they particularly they lose? Or waiting me family then they lose as well? When I remember this once again, when I the youth them in the Republic of Sierra Leone, particularly now when I get this message and I be seek for una kind attention on behalf of the advocates for good governance Sierra Leone. When I refuse for being at the front line when it comes to do with negative things, when I completely reject that template there. The template of getting involved in any negative things, particularly when I get benefits for una directly, when I get benefits for una family, when I get benefits for una friends them, when I reject that template there. When I reject the template of violence, when I reject the template of calamities, when I reject the template of any negativity and or something where it be safe, una go put una hand there, in the first can no benefit for una, in the first can no profits to una, in the increase una status, in the give una job, but it just a demoralize una, and perhaps in the end, una go end up for losing our lives there. Una reject that template there once again. Una refuse for take the templates where they put una at the front line when it comes to do with negativity aspect. Una reject that template there at all angles. Once again, una the youth them. I want una particularly pay attention to this message. Particularly they repeat this one for let una reject the negativity templates. Una reject any template where they put una lives them at risk. Una reject any template where they make una encourage una for do violence. Una reject any template where they face scam problem in the country. Una reject that template there. Any development where they for una, when they think for una say this now for the youth, then una accept that template there. Any development where they change una status na the Republic of Sierra Leone, una accept that template there. Any development where they change una status, where una family they enjoy, in particularly for that aspect where they give una accept that template there. Una refuse for them at the front line when it comes to do with negativity aspect. Una refuse for them at the front line when it comes to do with destruction. Una refuse for them at the front line when it comes to do with violence issue. Una remember once again, una lives them very, very important. So una particularly una families them. Una families, they're not going for lose una so easily like that. Because then they particularly look up to una for take care of them. Una parent and they look up to una for take care of them. They no go want for now then go get for beg una in the end, while now una get for beg them. So if now that be the case once again, on behalf of the advocates for good governance Sierra Leone, una always question una actions they una want for do. Anything una want for go do, una question that. You get benefit for una. If una do, whose benefits where they get? If una not do, what una they lose? And if una do, whose benefits where una your family they get? And if una not do, what una particularly they lose? Una always question una actions them before una get involved in anything. Once again, on behalf of the advocate for good governance Sierra Leone, we say stay blessed and stay focused. Sister Rugi.